Let's be serious. At one time or another, you were more interested in the villain of the movie than you were the hero. There are so many villains played by great actors that they just cultivate the audience and make the audience wanting more. So I figured I'd throw my hat in the ring and give you my opinion on my top 10 movie villains. Let's get to it.
Detective!
You're looking for me.
David Fincher's Seven's main antagonist, John Doe, is a serial killer hell-bent on savagely punishing those who have committed the 7 deadly sins, as well as bringing attention to the evil in the world, because he believes the world has grown apathetic. Played by Kevin Spacey and only appearing in 20 minutes of a 20-hour movie, John Doe leaves the viewer wanting to know more about him. Well, at least he was kind enough to give us the answer to this question.
Box! What's in the fucking box? Give me the gun.
All right. That's it.
I only count 9 votes, Mr. McMurphy.
He only counts 9. Only 9. It's a landslide.
There are 18 patients on this ward, Mr. McMurphy, and you have to have a majority to change ward policy. So you gentlemen can put your hands down now.
A cold, heartless tyrant, whose behavior could have been caused as a stint as a World War II nurse. Nevertheless, Nurse Ratched abuses her power of patient medication, patient privileges, and downright humiliates her patients to everyone. Played by Louise Fletcher in the 1975 edition of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Fletcher's performance leaves the viewer despising her and hoping for a patient revolt.
Mr. McMurphy doesn't want to take his medication orally. I'm sure we can arrange that he can have it some other way.
Here I am, Wheezy. Hey, you're gonna like it down here. Won't do any good to run, girly boy. See you in your dreams.
Coming to the big screen from the mind of horror king author Stephen King, Pennywise the Clown is an eternal being that preys on the fears and lives of children and people of Derry. Pennywise can be seen both comedic and downright terrifying. It doesn't matter which version you prefer, but without a shadow of doubt, they're both terrifying in their own portrayals. One thing is certain, no matter which one you choose, they both leave you uneasy when looking into the sewer drain.
Hiya, Georgie. A nice boat. Do you want it back?
Excuse me.
Dad, are you gonna loan me the money or not?
No, I'm not gonna hurt you. You work for me, remember? I know what you get. You're a damn credit risk. All right, just get the hell out of here, huh? I got a goddamn campaign.
And the one thing you do care about. Okay, then I quit as your son.
What else can be said about Max Cady? He's a homicidal rapist who holds a grudge against a lawyer that he feels wronged him by suppressing evidence that could have helped him. Played by Robert De Niro in the Martin Scorsese Cape Fear remake, Cady is driven by his grudge to get revenge after his release from prison. He then goes on to stalk the wife and family of Sam Bowden, played by Nick Nolte, even trying to seduce his teenage daughter. One thing is for certain, Cady is a man obsessed and hell-bent on revenge.
I am like God, and God like me. I am as large as God. He is as small as I.
I'm sorry, Paul. This is all wrong.
What?
You'll have to do it over again. It's not worthy of you. Throw it all out, except for that part of naming the gravedigger after me. You can leave that in.
Annie Wilkes takes being a superfan to a whole new level. A nurse by training, she has become one of the stereotypes of a nurse being a torturer as well as an angel of mercy. Rescuing her favorite author Paul Sheldon, played by James Caan, after he breaks both legs in a car accident, she takes him home to help him recover, or so he believes. Wilkes is so obsessed with his writing and ending of her favorite novel series that she gets Sheldon a typewriter to finish his novel. Wilkes is uncovered to be a penitential serial killer and shows her obsession with Paul by re-breaking his legs when she finds out he has regained some of his mobility.
To defeat my enemy, I extinguish his life and consume him as I consume these flames.
A cunning and authoritarian leader of the Naives, Bill the Butcher Cunning strikes fear in all the inhabitants of the 5 Points of New York. Based on real gang leader William Poole, and played by legendary actor Daniel Day-Lewis in Martin Scorsese's Gangs of New York, Cunning may show some soft spots for widows and orphans, but don't let that fool you as he shows his ruthlessness to rivals and to those he believes are corrupted politicians. Armed with his trusty knives, the Butcher is a man to be feared and avoided throughout the 5 Points of New York. The mysterious hitman Anton Chigurh, played by Javier Bardem, in the Coen brothers film adaptation of No Country for Old Men. Chigurh displays no care for human interaction, besides giving a caveat to his victims by letting them call a coin toss to see whether they live or die. Armed with his trustworthy bolt pistol and silenced automatic shotgun, Chigurh strikes fear into his victims. Possessing remarkable endurance and a high pain threshold, Chigurh is a sadistic, cold-blooded, and unsympathetic killing machine who usually displays no mercy for his potential victims.
There is another organism on this planet that follows the same pattern. Do you know what it is? A virus. Human beings are a disease, a cancer of this planet. You are a plague, and we are the cure.
In the Matrix universe, machines rule and humanity is enslaved as a bioelectrical power source for them to live on. Agent Smith, played by Hugo Weaving, is a human-loathing leader of the computer program agents that police and control the Matrix. Smith hates humans, comparing them to parasites that use up all resources. Smith's hate and rage for humanity even overspills into his hatred for machines in the Matrix, as he becomes a self-replicating virus that is even able to escape to the real world. Knowing this, there is no Geek Squad member or antivirus that can help save you with that. Sometimes men just want to see the world burn. The Joker, played by Heath Ledger, is displayed as a manipulative and ruthless criminal. Appearing sometimes to be comedic, the Joker is unpredictable and sometimes impenetrable to attacks. Leaned on by the mob to take out Batman, the Joker uses his brilliant schemes of kidnapping people, manipulating people, and killing people to try to get the job done. Not much is known about the Joker. However, sometimes he does give caveats to those questioning how he got those scars.
Blade in my mouth. Let's put a smile on that face. And why so serious?
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Hannibal Lecter is a brilliant psychiatrist that is a psychopathic serial killer with a taste of human flesh. Played by Sir Anthony Hopkins, Lecter is an evil genius who can manipulate his victims and even law enforcement agents as well. Although very brilliant, Lecter shows his brutality when he escapes from captivity by beating his guards to death and listening to classical music. Lecter fascinates the viewer but leaves the viewer feeling a little more uneasy about going to a psychiatrist. So that's my top 10 list. What's yours? The beauty of this is that it's your own personal list, so there's no wrong answers. So be sure to leave yours in the comments so I can check them out. But anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.